We are back at Joe Macari with something special for you. It is the Ferrari 812. But more importantly, this is a bit more unique. This is a bit different, Curtis.
I mean, you missed out the Superfast.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I'm in awe of this because this car has not just got a Novitec alloys, extra carbon front, back, rear, but it has got, it's decatted.
Yeah, and it's got a titanium race exhaust on.
From the engine.
Now,
it is outrageous.
Can I just say, for a V12 straight through with a titanium race exhaust, this is one of the noisiest, no, this is the noisiest car I have ever heard in my entire life. We did a cold start, and wait until you hear this cold start. Hit it.
We have got the 812 Superfast, and the one thing that I really do love about this car is that it is the more kind of muscly version. It's kind of like the 488 Pista Spider. I feel like it's leaner. This is like it's taken creatine and it's got a bit mean. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I do agree with you.
You fill yourself up and your body's full of water.
I actually agree with you, but if you think about it, actually, imagine like this car. I was looking at it from the side, and I was thinking, imagine like a tsunami, how it sucked the water backwards. And this is what this looks like. Sucks the water backwards into a wave at the back of the car, ready for it to shoot forwards. This is what this car looks like from a side angle. But then, sucks back and just ready to go.
But then when you actually go into the aero, it is actually so well designed to stick it to the full. There is so much actual aero, drawing clean air through. Using it is, well, in reality, like if you go an aero under here and out of here, this becomes a wing in itself. The same for down here at the front. Like you have got so much air going through here, underneath, kind of this is split here. But here, air goes in above to cool. And below here, one thing that I really do love is kind of like the active aero parts. And at a mind-boggling, I think it was 112 miles per hour, so 180 kilometers. The air that's coming down here, there's a flap, an L-shaped flap that actually drops down to allow the turbulent air down and increase downforce at that top speed. So, plus one other thing is, it is also to reduce noise as well, because obviously air can get so noisy. And then the other thing, the other piece of active aero that I absolutely love in reality is if you come with us all the way to the back of the car, at the rear of the car, down here, which is kind of like, you probably have to get on your hands and knees in reality, but there's a flap here, a flap here, and a flap here, and these actually drop down by 17 degrees to actually make the car smoother and slicker as it travels through the air. So it reduces any turbulent air that's built up here and makes it go smoother out at the back. So that kind of drops down. So there's all this active aero that, to be honest, is what is that technology? Because I think sometimes people just think, well, the car's there, it's quite heavy, it looks quite solid, the 812. Whereas in reality, all these things make it lightweight, it makes it quick, it makes it actually, in my eyes, more of a piece of artwork. Because it's having to work harder, to be quicker, to move faster. But I know the reason why we want to actually look at this car is the extras. Like most people don't like touching a Ferrari, and I understand that. I do get it. It's a Ferrari, leave it as is, and don't want to take value off it. I
personally think this spec that's on this is divine.
It's gorgeous. I mean, just look at added to it.
Look at the 22-inch rims there. Novitec 22-inch.
I feel like they're bigger than me. Look at them.
And they fit the car perfectly. Honestly, from walking in and seeing it, I couldn't ask for a better design. I think it just gives it that dark look with the dark out lights, everything. It's just, I love it.
And the thing is, with this kind of rear lip, for me, Novitec do their massive
don't need it. I
wings,
don't think you need
and I'm like, oh, why have you done that? Why have you don't do it to me? But this, for me, is perfect. Little bit of extra carbon, just gives that little finished flick.
Less is more in a way with this. I full on agree.
But you can't say less is more because the race exhaust, the titanium race exhaust that's on this is stupid. Yeah, it's outrageous. It's actually painful.
Because that's what makes it.
I was gonna have a heart attack after this.
It
gave me a murmur. I was kind of
shakes you and the building.
I had this weird shake happening. But the other bit of carbon, Curtis, we'll go to the front of the car because at the front of the car, the full lips are kind of from manufacturer's carbon, but then with the Novitec, they've added in the carbon in the middle, which actually feels like it should be there from Ferrari itself. Let's go and have a look at that, because I feel like that detail, when you see this car, is something that you don't actually realise
so
until you're actually looking a bit
standard,
deeper.
it would be normal carbon fibre here, normal carbon fibre here. With this upgrade that this has got on, we've had this carbon fibre strip coming straight along the front, and this is what's been added. But like you said, I completely agree. That should be standard.
Like when you,
it looks perfect how it's done.
And the reason why we are kind of here with this car right now, filming it, I would say a little bit quicker, is because this car, this car has actually been sold within like...
Well, it wasn't even put online yet, if you want the truth. They had this car in 1 day ago, and it's been sold today.
And I love it because the guy's gone, you know what? I'll drive down. So we have probably got about 20 minutes because he said, I'm going to come down, pick the car up and take it out.
So he says it's his birthday tomorrow, so he's bought the car and he's coming up to pick it up, basically.
So when he drives off, we're going to film that because I'm sure he's going to love that exhaust.
We'll hear it, we'll see it, and let's just talk a little bit spec age about this car, because it's one of the most powerfulest V12s that Ferrari has actually produced, bar the FXXK.
Yes.
But that's purely track focused. So road legal, this is one of the most powerfulest ones. Just under 800 brake horsepower, 720 newton meters of torque, 0 to 60 around 2.9 seconds. So it is an absolute powerhouse. It really, really is. And I love it to bits. And like you said, with the exhaust on, you will hear this from miles away. Genuinely.
No, we know. We heard it going down the road.
And what I love about this as well, it's four-wheel steering. So it's a rear-wheel drive car, but it's got four-wheel steering. So if you ever get that little bit of oversteer on the track, it calculates it. It changes them wheels and it just brings that straight back in to allow you to race straight off, which I love about this. And also it's a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. Now the first to 6 gears, they've all been shortened. So it's got a 30% faster upshift and a 40% faster downshift, which is absolutely phenomenal. Just so you can hit them top speeds.
No, it's like you just see a sprint and you're like, oh my God, with all them muscles, how are you going to fly? How are you going to get
it needs to be fast,
meters?
And then it can.
This is what this is about. And for me personally, I think the 812 V12 engine, like that's the car that kind of in the future will be missed. I know with like Ferrari V8, kind of hybrids are coming in, and it's great, but a V12 at the end of the day, with this exhaust, it's outrageous. So this car itself, I think we have to sign off with, oh my God, the customer's going to be here in a second, and I don't know if he's going to want us filming.
Do you not think it's slightly too long, though?
Well, that's like me saying, are you too tall?
Well,
Am I too small?
No, yeah, I know each to their own. You have small and big and this and that, but I just think it's...
No,
First time I ever saw it, I just thought it's too stretched out.
I would say you sat quite far back, but then again, Mercedes SLS, like what
But it's not too wide. I want to say that. It's, in my eyes, too long, but it isn't too wide. And this is the problem. No. So this is the problem. It's good because it's not too wide, so if you're driving around London, width restrictions, you can get through. But for the length of it, it needs to be wider to make it look more...
I don't think it can look any more...
It can.
No.
I love it, though, overall. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It's a piece of art.
The colour, the Rosso, is kind of like, it's beautiful. Like, for me, this is...
We could talk about this all day, though, AJ. We could talk about it. It's magical. The guy's about to turn up, so we've got to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like, hit that bell notification so you know when the next videos are uploaded, and please leave a comment down below and subscribe. No, I was getting to the subscribe part. Hit the subscribe right now, guys, and give us a thumbs up. See you later.
Bye.
This video is brought to you by Collier's Welsh Powerful Cheddar Cheese. And AJ, what's the fact of the video?
The fact of the video is that the world's fastest roller coaster is at Ferrari World, and it is the Ferrari Rosso. And it does 0 to 150 miles an hour in a heart-pounding, painful 4.9 seconds.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
That is crazy quick.